lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. We're here in battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated on Xbox Series S. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So this brings back the classic Battle for Bikini Bottom experience that I enjoyed ever so much. Well, from my youth, I guess you would say, and it was incredible to see it remade, revamped, and upgraded for the era at the time. So on Series S, what are we getting here? It's 1080p, 60 FPS, and there's auto HDR support. So you're able to visit an array of unique, exciting locations as you platform, battle, and explore the full scope that is Bikini Bottom in this classic game. So I really love this title. I obviously played it when I was younger and then checked it out for this re-release. And you know what? It's really quite great. Let's go to Jellyfish Fields. It's lovely there. The way that they've redone these visuals so it blends kind of the style from the show within a game world and just having like these vibrant visuals and aesthetics. It's wonderful. It really is. It's quite lovely. You're also able to play locally with another player, so you can do some local stuff, which is kind of cool. Carefully polished visuals for the modern era. Very polished gameplay for the modern era. And Horde mode, actually it's got online multiplayer too, totally forgot about that. For up to 2 players do this like weird extra Horde mode. They've got restored content that was cut from the game back in the day. And basically, it's the full experience that you might have loved back then, or maybe are experiencing for the first time. And you know what? It's genuinely wonderful. It's a lovely, fun game. It's always great to have an excuse to play it. Now, that being said, there is a deep edge of, like, difficulty to this one. Just in terms of some of the later stuff, gets a little grueling and whatnot, for sure. And you know what else is really cool, is if you like this particular offering, you can actually play a successor to this game, or a sequel, I guess you would say, which is the Cosmic Shake, which takes this gameplay style and applies it, well, to a sequel, which is really cool. I quite like that one as well, so I do recommend taking a look at the Cosmic Shake if you come here and play this one and kind of enjoy what it has to offer. So obviously, with it being SpongeBob, it is more geared towards the younger audience. That doesn't mean you won't find it challenging at any age, honestly. Like I said, there is an edge of challenge and difficulty to this one for sure. But it's fun, it's enjoyable, it's got that style and that calming music. It's a little bit more jagged on the Series S, obviously being a lower resolution targeting than, Series X, but still looks nice. You still get that vibrancy, and just like the way the art style is done here is so cool, because it does literally look like it's taken from the show and it's set in this like game world. And I think back in the day they kind of nailed that, and then it just really truly comes alive with the improvements in technology for visuals. It's the game play and style and action you remember, just in a lot better looking of a format and a lot better running of a format. It really is a beautiful effort to restore something that, as I said, was just such a treat back in the day. I had a lot of fun playing this when it came out, and I had a lot of fun revisiting it when they did the remake. And it's just kind of wild because, as I said, I really never expected this game to have enough like intrigue and care from people for it to like be brought back, right? You kind of look at some games and you're like, oh, licensing is a nightmare, it's a problem, or this game's a little niche, so you're just never going to see it again. And then bam, they remake this and you're just like, what? Like, why almost is your question has to say, right? Am I supposed to go over there before the break thing? Oh, this is like a tutorial thing. Oh, that's kind of funny. I don't need to do that. Although I will become the rolling sponge so I can move around. So SpongeBob has a lot of abilities. You get to visit a lot of iconic places within the realms of Bikini Bottom. You get to meet the whole cast of colorful characters. They have little different missions and goals and things you can take part in. There's a variety of different enemies and foes you'll have to face off against. There's a bit of a zany story. It's a collectathon too, so there's tons of things for you to gather and collect as you explore the ocean floor. I think the biggest thing is it's just kind of a lot of fun to play. Something where it's like, oh, you're a fan of SpongeBob, you can have a great time extending the universe by playing this. Or someone that's just like, oh, I'm looking for something for maybe someone a bit younger. This one just hits the mark so well. Like, it really is quite a lot of fun to dive into. I think it's also largely filled with surprises. Some of the, again, the platforming stuff later on, you'll just be like, holy. And that is really, really quite cool that there's this layering of, like, challenge to it. You know, it's not too ridiculous, but you'll also be like, oh wow, this is a little wild too, which I think is kind of cool. So there's lots to gather, there's lots to collect. You're trying to thwart Plankton's evil plan to rule Bikini Bottom, which is, you know, he's always doing stuff like that. And it's kind of cool, like they brought back, there's this like Robo Squidward boss that was kind of cut, and yeah, it's neat. Like, they really did put what I feel like is an extra level of attention and care into reinvigorating this game. And there's so... I think you really have to understand how many games have released over, like, decades. There's so few games that actually get this kind of attention. And the fact that one of them is a SpongeBob game is kind of amazing. Like, if you were to pick a SpongeBob game to bring back, this would be the game. You know, it just perfectly emulates the characters, and it just, yeah, it really does create that atmosphere. Because I remember, you know, you watch SpongeBob when you're little, and then you get to play a game where you're kind of literally experiencing it, if that makes sense. Like, it extends the show, and that's kind of cool. At least I remember that being a really neat thing when I was younger, was just kind of like, oh wow, you know, this is kind of wild. Because I was around when, you know, this show was like around, and they did the big movie and stuff like that, and it was just something you played back in the day to kind of experience it. And go a little bit further. Should we go to the Goo Lagoon? Try to gather, you need spatulas to get to new places, so you gotta find things, and that's kind of how they did it back in the day. You had to get access to new spots by doing stuff and missions, and then you get new narrative things and visit new places and see new stuff and do new challenges. Really quite in-depth, actually. Seriously. Really, really quite in-depth.
Oh, SpongeBob, I'm actually...
Yeah, you are actually glad I'm here, Puff. So yeah, I think in general, you should definitely be taking a look at this one, because it's a lot of fun, and it's really cool. But I also get that it won't be for everyone, if that makes sense. Like, I definitely can understand where, you know, it might not be like totally amazing or mind-blowing for you, but you just gotta remember, from this era, being around, seeing this release, and then seeing it get remade is such a treat. It really is. It's just kind of like you you never really expect things until they come, and this one, even when you load into the menu, it does like the whole SpongeBob theme, which is kind of fun, and yeah, so it's really, really just exciting to be playing this one and having another excuse to be here playing it. I'm supposed to like sneak. What is the sneak button? Can't remember the sneak button. Maybe I can just like run across it. Oh yeah, it's one of those, the floor just kind of falls out from beneath you. That's good. Bubble Buddy, let's go. I just like I think they nailed the visuals and the style on this one. Like just the aesthetic is so perfect. It really is like it's that game I played. I guess it's probably like around decades ago at this point. Lovingly restored with new stuff for a new generation, and it still works well. I guess some games just kind of are timeless in their own sort of way. Like this one's really, really good. You know, I definitely want to get that across. It's not like it's... I don't know. I'm trying to come up with the best way to word things. It's not like it's the craziest of all time, but it's a really competent, well done 3D platformer that I think is fun to play, engaging for all audiences, has an edge of difficulty to it, an edge of discovery. Oh, that's how you sneak. You hold down LT. Oh, unbelievable. And they just like haphazardly ran across those things into my doom. That's kind of funny. There's so many things to like deal with in this game. You gotta remember, the 3D platformers, collectathons were like all the rage back then too. You get a lot less of them in the modern era. I guess this reboot was a success though, right? Because we did get the Cosmic Shake, which expanded this further, but we haven't had a follow-up to the Cosmic Shake, so I'm wondering how big that one was of a deal. Because obviously I'd love to play a nice, fresh, exciting SpongeBob 3D platformer every few years. That would be really actually quite awesome in the most bizarre of ways. Probably a very odd thing to request, but yeah, that would be really, really cool. I think I'm gonna die. SpongeBob, no! And it all loads really fast too, which is nice. I mean, lower resolution for Series S as well, so it makes sense. Yeah. So, I mean, if you've been missing out, you should probably give Battle for Bikini Bottom a try. I think this game might make you cry. Nah, I'm just kidding. No, it's fun. Filled with intrigue and mystery. Why is this robot so much tougher compared... Remember the other robots we went by? They didn't really, like, you could kind of just run by them, but this robot is giving me a run for my Krabby Patties, which I don't love. I also enjoy that this game's just kind of like an easygoing thing, too. Like, you jump around, but then you, like, smack stuff with your... You know, kind of... Ugh, net. Why am I having such trouble sneaking around here? Am I supposed to go to, like, these edges? This one seems a lot more, laser focused than the other ones do. Holy. Yeah, it's like, give me a little bit of a break on this. I see we're trying to get down there to do the rolling thing, but... Yeah, that creature is having, kind of none of it. So what I'm saying is it's got, like, a little bit of a difficulty edge to it. I remember that being a fun little challenge back in the day. Also was so long ago. You gotta remember, like, it literally... You know, this came out, like, decades ago. Literally at this point, since we're halfway through now, almost. Ugh. Oh, I died again? This is genuinely shocking how easy I'm sort of perishing here. So the sneaking worked on those guys? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I have no boxes to get to. I've perished one too many times. Oh yeah, and then we can't get to this side because it's, yeah, it's blocked off that way. Such creative but simplistic levels. I like how they've made that work too, because you remember back in the day they didn't have like unlimited, well, budgets and also unlimited tech, so they had to be a little kind of creative with their designs. So you often got like really cool platforming and then like very empty open backdrops. But there's a great sense of scale behind this one too, which is exciting. This guy is a problem. Think you'll notice me if I just kind of creep like this? Now this is working this time, okay. We just gotta sneak around as SpongeBob. See, really in-depth gameplay mechanics, eh? Aha, and I was never seen. I love how that fish is just sitting there cowering and there's nothing bad happening. It's like, come on. Give me a break out here as I'm trying to problem solve the situation. And run away for your life! Ah, it's so fun playing this. I legitimately do recommend kind of giving this a whirl. Maybe even if you're not a SpongeBob fan and just like 3D platformers, it's kind of enjoyable. Yeah, maybe it transcends the element of it being SpongeBob branded. It's just kind of a really great 3D platforming game. You saw that coming, right? We've only got like 15 seconds to get it done. Yeah, I could definitely see this being a thing though, where I think parents almost might have to help in some situations, which is kind of funny. I was kind of scared there because I thought that was impacting this area too. Very creative world though, right? Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. What? No, I don't want to be down there. Oh, I love how the hand comes over too. It's like such a SpongeBob thing. Okay, well at least we're back here as a checkpoint. I gotta say the checkpoints are more than fair though. I guess it's more about just like literally missing the shadows, right? Just being too lazy to like take my time through this and get precision done. And SpongeBob saves the day again on Series S. I think this looks really nice on here. Like, I mean, I could definitely tell like the jaggedy type stuff of it. And, you know, it could be sharper. I've seen it sharper, but still think it looks really good. Yeah. More than happy with this version of it. Was I supposed to hit something here or just stop this cannon? And shooting this, what did the cannon stop me from kind of getting to, I guess? Fascinating, right? Do the sponge.
I feel like a new sponge.
That was great platforming. Love this kind of stuff. Ah, we got a checkpoint. Yeah, because you can switch characters too, depending on the situation at hand. Does she fly? Yeah, she does. Sandy to do the job. Such neat gameplay mechanics. I really do love this game. It's such a fun little thing from my childhood. Is there an easier way to get across? I don't think we can fly over there, can we? Yeah, we can. That's what I'm talking about, Sandy. Although I'm not really sure where our goal is at this point. I think we gotta go back to another area. Ooh, I don't think we can reach there though, we're not high enough. But we can grab a certain painting. What? Why didn't she do the rope thing? Sandy, no! Yeah, I do like that they have different characters for different tasks. Whoop. Can we make it? Yes, we can.